The unfortunate part is there's only two people that are just eating up more of the pie, and that's Amazon and Walmart. They're just every year, every quarter you see it, and then they just get a little bit bigger. They're growing faster than retail. Now consumers are pushing choice, pushing discovery, and it's a battle. So social media and social commerce and all the ad tech. So there's a big threat to retail media and advertising. I'm like, you know what? My money's on advertising. It's literally lasted centuries. My money is on advertising because it's dollar bills, y'all. You got to get the dollar bills. These are the questions. If I want to buy a sleeping bag, these are the types of questions you need to ask. Do you sleep with a window open? Do you sleep with a window closed? Do you have a big comforter? Do you have, right?
Now this is personalization.
That's personalization.
This is the Digital Shelf Insider podcast of Metrics Cart. A recent study by McKinsey revealed that 60% of consumers expect personalized experiences powered by AI, but are increasingly looking for that personalization to feel authentic and human. This shift is forcing brands to rethink how they scale AI while keeping their interactions real and relevant. Today, we are diving into this shift with Scott Ohsman, VP of Digital Commerce at Quickfire and the host of the fantastic Always Off Brand podcast. We'll also explore how AI is transforming personalization, consumer behavior, and decision-making in ways we would have never imagined a year ago. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Digital Shelf Insider podcast. Today, we have Scott joining us, the super inspiring guy for me because he's been doing podcasts for more than 6 years, the Always Off Brand podcast, if you've heard it. So let's get started. I'm excited to have you here, Scott. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much. And I just wanted to, my little thing, it still says Quickfire meeting, so that's probably not great. But thank you so much for having me. A lot of the people, the wonderful, smart people I've gotten to meet have been on your show. And yeah, okay, Shreshta, I had a little FOMO, okay? I had a little jealousy. I'm not going to lie. I was like, hey, what about me? What about me? What about this kid?
Whoa. Yeah, finally we worked out a plan.
Pick me.
Right. So we're going to talk a little bit about how personalization is playing out with AI. I mean, I heard from you that, you're going to speak about that at ETAIL conference as well. I was actually thinking, we would have the show maybe sometime after ETAIL. So I would get to ask you, how was the experience? What went down and things. But yeah, so tell me, what are your thoughts, around how personalization is playing out in AI? And,
Well, I
are
mean,
consumers there?
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know that so it's complex, right? What I'm talking about ETAIL at, and when this comes out, whatever you hear, it doesn't really matter. Things are developing quickly. What my hope is that I've always said, and I had this idea in 2013. That's kind of part of the little story nobody cares about. But the point is, how do we take physical, the discovery, right? The sensory of it. There's a tactile place you can't really replicate, but there's this visual thing where we see the whole story. We see merchandising. We see impromptu stuff. It's the old at the cash register, and I didn't know I needed a piece of gum, but I buy a piece of gum, right?
Yeah.
A lot of that has gone away with e-commerce. At the end of the day, we haven't really done much in 25 years, 20 years. It's really, once you get down to it, it's that product in that little square on your screen, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, and personalization, we've tried with all kinds of retargeting marketing, and there's emails and everybody, but to be fair, and this isn't just my opinion, this is a lot of other smart people who do this for a living. We've kind of sucked at it. I mean, we really haven't done a great job at it. What has done a good job is the algorithm in social media.
Yeah.
If you think about social media, and it's evolved and changed, and some have moments where it's better than others, but they really got to know you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they serve you stuff, and then that's where the ads come in, and they're getting better. But from an e-commerce standpoint, personalization, My hope is that the technology, the bandwidth, actually, to be honest, the phones, this is going to get us to actual personalization. And that agentic part is much more like the great sales clerk when you walk in the door who asks you open-ended questions to guide you through. So the biggest change, the first slide to just, for those who weren't there, I'm sorry you missed it. No. Um, the first slide is really funny because you think of e-commerce, you think of shopping and retail, and my first slide is just a picture of the answer, the question box.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've all evolved to, is a question box. What's so different between that and a search box?
Yeah. And it annoys me that we have to ask many questions. It just doesn't stop with one question to make a choice.
Exactly. So I believe, and I think this is going to take time, and it's a confluence of many technologies. But now think about augmented reality. Think about dual mode as far as your POV and the way that you can see things in three-dimensional. The availability of the bandwidth on your phone, right? You can see unbelievable quality video and movement and animation and every type of asset possible where it's going to come together. Is going on your phone is going to emulate
Yeah.
walking into a store, and you will have
Right.
that visual of that discovery. Again, it's not a good example, but I'm not young. It's the difference between newspapers, right, and reading the
Yeah.
news or reading stuff online. There's nothing like that discovery. When you open a paper up, I don't know what the brain does, but there's
Yeah.
something about that discovery.
Yeah.
So I think overall, in pieces and parts,
Yeah.
that's what I'm excited about personalization AI, is because you're going to have now where the agent is it your agent? Is it your one that follows you everywhere? These are great questions because, speaking just for the United States, I mean, we're getting less educated and more lazy as
Yeah.
time goes by. Again, that's not a judgy thing. I raise my hand. I'm part of the problem. So this is where it comes down to, is convenience. And this is the fascinating battle
Yeah.
that we'll see. Does that make any sense at all?
Totally. I mean, I was thinking about something that you just said, that, e-commerce hasn't developed in the speed it should have, like how social commerce has evolved, social media has evolved. But I'm just comparing two very different things. You said that you've been in this industry for over 30 years. I've been around in e-commerce, like operating in this domain for about 4 years. For me, it feels like a lot. Maybe it's after the post-COVID, a lot of changes happened in e-commerce, the primary level of changes, while a lot didn't happen in the early years. Like it was just more of omni-channel, not even omni-channel, it was physical stores primarily, if I'm right.
Yeah. No, I think you are right. But and this is where the moats have been building. So if you look at e-commerce, it used to be maybe 8 to 10%. Again,
Yeah.
this is before the pandemic. It was about 8 to 10%. If you take out core, which you take out gas, you take out restaurants, you take out those big things and just really consumables and shopping, it
Yeah.
was 8 to 10% of total retail in the US market. It's now 15% and it's creeping towards 20%, which is kind of what you're talking about. After
Yeah.
after the pandemic, everybody's like, "Wow, this is convenient, this is easy, this is fun."
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
The challenge in the US market is, if you look at the total retail, I mean, this all gets back to how we're going to get to this personalization that I have in my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the unfortunate part is there's only two people that are just eating up more of the pie, and that's Amazon and Walmart.
For real. Yeah.
They're just every year, every quarter you see it, and then they just get a little bit bigger. They're growing faster than retail. They're growing faster than most others. There's other one, not to say there isn't other great retailers in e-com. There is. It's just they keep getting a little bit bigger as consolidation, as it creeps up. That's all. So is that you're seeing it right.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. So what do you think about the emotional side of consumers? Like, the data shows that nearly just 4 in 10 Americans use AI for shopping as of now. Uh, And I'm sure they're kind of annoyed with the number of questions you need to ask or the technicality side. They're also in that learning curve, like adopting to this new pattern. So, what are your thoughts? Like, would it ever emulate something that's there in the physical store? Like, I don't know.
I mean, that is my
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
That is what I'm hopeful for. That is where I see all of it coming to.
yeah,
But I think that's going to take some time. But we now have the technology to do it. In 2013, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out if we were ready, and we were not ready yet. The cost was cost prohibitive. Bandwidth wasn't there. I mean, all kinds of problems technically. So I think technically we're there. It's about where is the consumer going to be there? And so I
exactly.
do see, other than the physicality, and there is an emotional thing.
Yeah,
When teenagers go to a mall, it is part of a social thing. It's fun. It's going out. There's independence. There's going into the store. There's decision making. There's all kinds of things that have a
yeah,
social purpose,
yeah,
which you lose. And that's actually bums me out because when you're
totally.
sitting on your phone on your couch, you might be chatting and you might be texting your friends and group chats and this and that and sending back and forth and
Yeah,
Instagram reels or whatever. But there's just, we've lost a sense of
yeah,
social purpose there.
yeah,
But I do. So to answer your question, really, Shrestha, I think this is what I'm excited about. I think there is where we will get that discovery that, wow, I'm walking in a store and I'm seeing merchandises and cases with a bunch of stuff and jewelry and beauty products. I
yeah,
think we can get there. And then that's when all the cool e-com stuff happens, where we can see price parity, we can see dynamic inventory, we can
right.
see the review currency and learning, then drill down into the what's great about ecom, and then it's the fulfillment. Today, ChatGPT and Gemini, and I think Gemini and Google have the biggest lead on this because we're
Yeah,
already there.
yeah, yeah,
It's bottom of the funnel still today, right? We are
yeah,
using it for discovery and maybe things. I'm looking for the best, snowblower, since it
yeah,
just snowed here in Seattle. Um, and it goes down, it'll give me 5 choices, and then I gotta say, "Okay, I'm really comfortable with that retailer."
yeah,
But we're still low in the funnel, and it's like a click, it's still in a box, we're
yeah.
still going from one place to the other. It's not really that different.
No, not at all.
Don't you think? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same. I mean, I feel more confused when it's different set of categories. Uh, say, okay, let me take a real life example. Like I was looking for a tote bag that fits in my laptop, and then uh, I go to all these shopping sites, check it out, but I have to read the PDP description, the specifics to see if the size is right. But if I put the same information, like kind of distill it out LLMs, then I would get a right 2 or 3 options, and I can choose from it. But again, that's a lot of work, like it's not getting easy. The whole
Well,
purpose is
because
to get it easy, right?
exactly, because we're lazy humans. We want convenience.
Mm,
Convenience, we'll pay more for convenience.
yeah,
We've proved that over time. But all you said right there, everything else, this is where I don't know. I mean, we don't know how fast the adoption. It's training us to be prompt engineers.
exactly. Which
The
is a lot
problem
of
is
work.
it's a lot of work to figure it out. And then
Yeah,
sometimes it's frustrating because, as I call ChatGPT chit chatty and I call Gemini Jemmy, just because, I'm weird, but it's funnier to me. But
yeah,
it's frustrating because it's a loop. It's like, hey, I can, thank you, that's a great thing. And then it's like, no, you didn't actually deliver me the answer. You gave me a bunch of gobbledygook. And and honestly, I gotta double check old chit chatty.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I gotta check because they're like sometimes now this is where it's interesting for me, and I don't know about you, but
yeah,
this is all part of the e-commerce decision tree.
yeah.
You know, I'm actually I'm checking chat on Google because
Oh
to
yeah,
me I have more confidence in Google.
yeah,
Because think of it, it's been around for 25 years or 20 years, right?
yes,
Do you do the same thing? Is it just me?
totally, totally. Always doing the same thing. Like, I mean, there's no way because sometimes it's the information is synthetic in nature, and it's talking to our moods and needs. It's not talking in a logical, factful sense. So we have to go
Yeah.
back and check things.
So the other big important thing to me is the confluence. Confluence, it's never one thing. Confluence is such an important part. It's always usually a lot of ingredients.
Yeah,
Think about augmented reality. my wife was dreaming, and again, it is a dream,
Yeah.
but she was dreaming of a sauna like outside her house. And so there's this cool Canadian company where they have this tool, just like furniture, rugs, art, TVs, everything you even see, in the room with Amazon, whatever, where I could literally go on my phone and see
Yeah.
the physical space at that sauna, and I could walk inside that and walk around in it.
Right.
Okay, that's
Interesting.
augmented reality is actually a phenomenal technology. Then when you get into apparel and footwear, there's already incredible. I take a picture on my phone. So TrueFit is just come out with this. Scott Wingo, to throw name drop,
Yeah.
just had this thing about TrueFit has this cool thing where he has your little agent on your phone when you go to TrueFit.
Yeah.
And you just take a picture, it estimates that, and then you go virtually try on. Virtual try on has been going on for years.
Yeah.
But is it perfected? Is it the sauce perfected? But I see again all of these things coming together. We might get somewhere. We might have the closest thing to walking into a store, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other key thing is when you walk into a store, again, this is my retail. I spent 20 years of my 30 years in the whole thing. God,
Yeah.
I'm old. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was in stores. Okay. I managed retailers. I was in stores. I was doing clinics. I was talking. I sold a lot of technical products in the outdoor business and apparel and footwear and what have you,
Yeah.
hard goods. 9 times out of 10, it was a sales clinic for going, these are the questions. If I want to buy a sleeping bag, these are the types of questions you need to ask. Do you sleep with a window open? Do you sleep with a window closed? Do you have a big comforter? Do you have, right?
Now this is personalization. Like
That's personalization.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you love the clerk who said, you know what? You're a cold sleeper. Well, I'm going on this trip. Okay. Well, you know what? Well, that one's $300. I'm making this up. You don't need the $300 one. That's overkill. Yeah, but that brand, I read in a review and I read the text or whatever. That's great. And right, this is a really great, this will do the same thing based upon how you sleep. Are you a moving sleeper? What kind of bag do you want? And they'll guide you down because guess what?
Yeah.
You'll have a great experience. You get the great product and you will come back.
For sure.
But
Loyalty
what's
is named
different, exactly. But what's different now is before we had first party data where I was on your site.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if I'm doing that all in Chit Chatty and Jemmy,
Yeah.
who's getting, that's unbelievable behavioral that's worth $1 billion, that information.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how are we getting that is also interesting. I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I just blabbing?
No, it totally
God,
makes sense. Totally makes sense. Totally makes sense to the time we are in. I mean, I have a question on choices. Like, so Amazon has this very vast ecosystem of choices. What does LLMs or agentic commerce do? What happens to choices? Are they limiting it to for the consumer? Are they going to discover lesser brands or only a couple of them? How is that going to evolve?
So this is such a great question, and it's so interesting. God, you're really just unbelievably brilliant. But what happened I look at this in context of history and human behavior.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I get to do that because what happened when the internet came in, when really Amazon started the internet, .com started and e-commerce was evolving.
Yeah.
What happened was before that, manufacturers and retailers, it was a push, Shreshta. It was we told you what the options were and we told you how much it cost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was no glass window in between manufacturer, supply chain, and the consumer. We bought, and our choice was dictated by the retailer of that product.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
What happens and what has happened in the last 20 years, and then the pandemic just excelled it, right? It just blew it up, was all of a sudden the internet came in and Amazon came in going, your margin is my opportunity, with the famous Jeff Bezos line. All of a sudden that piece of glass came, and all of a sudden the consumer now goes, wait a minute, they paid $5 to make that shirt, and I just looked at Nordstrom and it was $150. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So that transparency, as the kids say now, that piece of glass almost turn the tables from, think about it, from manufacturers, retails to consumers. Now consumers are pushing choice, pushing discovery, and it's a battle. So social media and social commerce and all the ad tech. So I tell you the story to get to the answer to that is I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but Rufus is trying to control it. Honestly, I talk about this all the time on the show with everybody.
Yeah.
It comes down to real estate. And what was different then, I just told you that story, is this phone. The phone is a big difference maker because there's only so much real estate on this phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I mean, I never thought in that way, but wow.
So
Blows my
it's
mind.
like, I want to live on the beach in a big house. Well, the beach doesn't go forever. There's only a certain amount of beaches. There's only so many homes on the beach. But now you have a bazillion people fighting for that beach house.
Oh my
And
God.
that's where choice is being dictated to us,
Yeah.
honestly, from ads, because on Amazon and everybody else,
Yeah.
we're succumbed to advertising. So the choice is sponsored products, 7,000 layers of sponsored products. And I was having a discussion about this the other day because people complain about how over we're ad served and everywhere is ads. And my take is, I think we're just numb to it. Does it bother people? Is it not a good experience? No, it's not a good experience. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're just kind of like, yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of blind to it. I don't even, I mean, I know the first two listings may be an ad or something. We just ignore. We don't register that's out there as a consumer.
But let me ask you this, Shrestha. Even though it's an ad or whatever, if it delivers what you're actually in the market for, your intent, and it's within reason, and it's got a price and a stars, if it's what you want, don't you just like, you don't really care, you're going to click on it, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, for real.
Me too.
I guess that happens a lot more with social commerce.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like the phone hears what we are talking about and it's giving out those exact options, whatever the conversation was about, those products show up.
Yeah, and that's right now it's in infancy. So Chat and Gemini wants to get back into shopping. They big announcement at the National Retail Federation, right? They're like, we're getting back into shopping. Google Shopping's back. But they're serving you, it's kind of limited. Right now, Chat is like 5 options. If I actually went to a merchant and a checkout, it's like 5. Okay. This is the big talk around town is, when's Amazon going to open up their catalog? I have a bet that later this year they're going to have to open up the window because, and they call it horizontal agents versus vertical agents, which Sparky for Walmart and Rufus for Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I mean, today Rufus is nothing but a hindrance to me. I can't stand Rufus. He gets in my way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something and it's like, Rufus, and I'm just like, no, go in a timeout, Rufus. Go in your crate.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I mean, it's not so common in India.
Yeah.
I don't think people around me also using Rufus too much. I mean, I haven't used it personally much. Exactly.
I haven't either. It's in the way right now. It's not helpful. But again, they say 4 and 10, like you said, and I'm. This is just my jaded, and I'm seasoned, so forgive me, people. I don't know that I buy that because, again, we haven't gotten attribution actually right for 20 years in the digital space, right? So you're going to have to show me a little more time to show me that yes, I go to ChatGPT, it clicks me out into Best Buy or wherever. That's a 1-to-1. That's a direct line. That's a single attribution. I'm down with that. But what happens next? I don't know. I mean, discovery is the big fear
For you. Yeah.
for new brands.
What do you think are the most common mistakes brands are making in search optimization with Rufus around at Sparky or whichever the kind of agents is around?
I mean, today, I believe, I see this with our clients and everything else. It's like, just do the good work you've been doing.
Right.
Make sure you're indexed, because today it's just, even though 4 and 10, even though it's coming on strong, and believe me, it's going faster than anything we've ever experienced. So I'm not discounting it.
Yeah.
But it's the people who have enriched PDPs, it's the same best standards, which again, a lot of manufacturers and brands, especially in CPG with huge catalogs, they're not even doing the fundamentals brilliantly yet.
Yeah.
So I just don't see the answer engines. Now, we should turn you on to these guys, the guy at Sparksworks in the Dome.
Yeah.
I do believe, I just don't, and this isn't like smart or anything. This is just like common sense, logic,
Yeah.
I was teased. I went to Arizona State public schools, but aren't we just going to have a question box everywhere? Everywhere we go, aren't we going to have a question box? I mean, can anybody not see, whether it's Rufus, whoever they call it, we're going to go to Amazon and we're going to have a question box.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
Aren't we?
more like the chat boxes you would see on B2B sites like this ages ago. It's in different form right now.
Yes, and then we're going to get ads.
That way.
Yeah, and then the question's going to pull up an ad. I mean, this is the other thing. Oh, there's a big threat to retail media and advertising. I'm like, you know what? My money's on advertising. It's literally lasted centuries. My money is on advertising because it's dollar bills, y'all. You got to get the dollar bills. And the LLMs, they need money bad. They need money. Anyway, So where were we?
We were trying to figure out what happens to brands, like what are the mistakes they're making with, search optimization and AI at play. But what you said totally makes sense, in the sense they should just have a compelling PDP out there. Like I was talking to Chris the other day for an episode, and he was saying, like, I asked him the same question.
The great
like,
Chris Perry? The great Chris Perry?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, God. What a gem that guy is.
Yes.
Did he sing for you? Did he sing at all?
No.
Okay. You should get him to sing because he's got an exceptional tenor voice. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard that on LinkedIn, but I mean, I missed that out completely. So he was saying something about PDPs. I was like, how much of AI is too much of AI for brands when it comes to PDPs? And he shared that, they can enhance a couple of things, but it doesn't mean that they go all out talking performance also in a very over-promising way. I think your point ties up to the same thing that, brands should have the fundamentals right. That's what matters, rather than optimizing for AI, over-promising, and, consumers not getting that value that they're paying for.
Yeah, I just think we're in the hype cycle because we're in the industry and we're on the linky, seeing it every day. I succumb, like front of the line here of getting caught up in it, believe me. But I think the masses, this is why Google, Walmart, and Amazon, the more they push this, the more adoption, right? They're spending literally billions of dollars in advertising and marketing. They're going to force us to use this stuff.
Right.
And then it's going to be choppy, right? The consumer's going to be choppy because they're going to have the same, they're like, well, this isn't really better.
Yeah.
And then it's going to get better. Yeah. So, PDPs on the .com, on e-commerce. See, I believe that whether you're Salesforce and enterprise or Shopify or whatever, I think .coms are up for another big boom because right now chat is going out and it's scraping essentially, and it loves text-rich media.
Yeah.
So if you build that out on your .com, that actually will help you serve. This is again where I'm sitting with popcorn stretched on the side, just going, how long can Amazon hold out and just let this ship fly by them and just sit and go, you know what? We're good. And which they are. They have a moat that is the size of, it's impenetrable, but that's going to be fun to watch.
Right. I have one last question for you before we wrap up. And this is a question the team put up for you. If we eventually reach a point where AI knows us so well that we never have to shop again, where everything, just kind of appears out on the door, do you think we'll feel programmed to our choices? I think it goes back to one of the questions I asked.
I saw this in your is fabulous. I mean, I am jaded and skeptical by nature,
Yeah.
but even I just don't know that the age, like we've already been through this, right? I mean, Alexa was gonna do this for us. Alexa was gonna buy our groceries. It was gonna do everything for us, and it just hasn't. Now AI will come on, and yes, it'll be better.
Yeah.
I don't know the trust factor, right? The trust is clear. This is where Walmart and Amazon have a huge advantage, and Google, because they already have our trust.
Yeah.
So I might trust Rufus before I trust somebody else, where it's just out and just stuff's popping up. So I still believe in shopping. 80% of shopping actually happens in a physical store.
Yeah.
But generationally, it's a hard word to say for me, in the United States, and if you look at different countries, I've loved generational data, like, Gen Z, and because the United States, for example, we're sitting like Gen Z and millennial, like the young millennial, we're sitting on one of the biggest consumer populations we've ever had in America, and America's not that old.
Yeah.
And they don't know anything else but a phone.
Yeah.
There's no point of reference for them.
Yeah. Sadly, very sadly. Like you said, about the malls also, like when you go out to the mall to shop, it's not the intent of shopping, it's the whole idea of socializing. It's not a conversation, like it's never about shopping alone. But when you sit in a phone, you are here with a purpose, and then you have 100 million other distractions through the phone, in person, at home, whichever environment that you're in. So totally makes sense.
I was a sociology major, so I have more concerns about society and the fact that we don't go out to restaurants. I mean, there's a joke because the alcohol industry is hurting big time because people aren't drinking. And the younger people aren't going to bars, aren't drinking, they aren't socialized, they're on dating apps, they're on whatever.
Yeah.
So I have an overall arching concern that will have effect on how people buy things.
Yeah.
So
For real.
but I'm not quite there. That was another great question. Is I was just basically just watching Netflix 24 hours a day. I guess we're working. I mean, is the agent going to do our work for us?
Yeah, no way.
I hope not. It should make it faster and better, although we're not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've come to the end of the episode, Scott. It was so much fun having you. Fun because you made me talk. Usually I'm the person who's always asking questions, and I don't talk. Like generally that's my format. Very structured. I think I've shared that with you before also. So this was a very different episode for me. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
You should talk more. You have a lot of smart, fun things to say.
Yeah, I should try.
And plus, when we talked before, I am super curious, right?
Yeah.
What is going on in India? The
Yeah.
quick shopping, which I referenced you in. I mean, that's fascinating to me because
Yeah.
that's a tough nut to crack for US companies to come in there and don't understand a billion things about how people live and how people buy things and the choice structure and all that things.
Yeah.
So I think that's fascinating.
Thank you.
And I'll have to reciprocate. You're going to have to come on Always Off Brand. We're going to sit and we'll chit chat.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
I really want to have the trio, you, Summer, and Haley. It will be fun.
Yes. They are the funniest, the smartest. They make me laugh.
I just love how the conversation travels from one topic another to another. It's like, wow, you guys are just
we usually end up on Summer. And Summer has some personal issue going on that we need to hash out.
Right.
She should. She deserves it.
Yeah.
Whether it's her Xanax, whether it's we got Haley with her 6 dogs. I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Awesome, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.